The original C5 Corvette was an unbelievable car. Add a few hundred horsepower and take it to Toronto Motorsports Park and you've got a fantastic ride.
Now, the whole point of this particular car wasn't to make a track car. We like to test on the track because, as we've said, it's so many different ways. We're all going in the same direction. There's safety equipment abounding here, and it's just a better place to test. But the way I'm approaching this car is of a street car.
So when you're talking about affordable sports cars, I mean, real sports cars with those with two seats, you might think that the term's somewhat of an oxymoron, but then you look at vehicles like this, a C5 Corvette. Now these were produced from 1997 to 2005, and right now they represent a tremendous performance bargain. Now, good clean ones can go for about $20,000 to $25,000, and if, like this one, you throw a few mods at them, like a supercharger and upgraded brakes. This one's got bare rotors on it. Corvette 6th generation wheels and tyres on it, and 410 gears in the back, and you have a really, really nice performance car.
Is when you loan me a car for the track, all I'm going to try and do is break this thing. Wow, this thing gets going in a hurry. All about torque with a Corvette. You really got to be judicious with your throttle inputs in this thing. You're trying to put 500 horsepower through two little patches, and sometimes on a track like this you can really overcome the tires quite easy. He's got the suspension stiffened up just beautifully. It's almost addictive. You come into these corners a little wide, light on the throttle, and all you're trying to do is see how high up the turtles you can drive this car.
So, with 500 horsepower, or just a little more, and 500 foot-pounds of torque, or just a little less, you've got yourself a very potent street car. With the bigger brake package, you've got something that's actually going to compensate for that speed. When you do it like this, to get up to highway speed, you may need to hit the brakes, and it's nice to have a little bit more.
This car works far better than the sum of its parts. Even the birds on the track are having a hard time getting out of the way. They're not used to anything coming through here so fast. You couldn't have more fun in a whorehouse with a company credit card than this thing gives you. Jesus, I just hope the tires last in this thing for the day. Now the camera guys want me back after 2 laps. I don't think I'm coming in. I'm gonna just keep going till we're out of gas.
But the fact is that it's completely street legal, and it's running stock mufflers, so you're not beating yourself to death in here. The rest of it is mostly Corvette. There's an aluminum plate on the bottom that basically connects up the two tubes that this car is built upon and gives you a little bit more stiffness, but it also serves to keep the heat from the exhaust off of the floor of the car. So it's a good practical solution as well.
And you can feel the blower just come in. This car is basically a sleeper. You know, it pulls very, very strong, but with 2 overdrive gears, remember it's a 6-speed, you can drive this thing on the highway all day long and get close to 30 miles per gallon. And how many performance cars for around $25,000 plus a few mods can you get that? Not many.
The rest of what we're driving here is a Corvette, and I think that's key to this entire exercise. It's, you know, $20,000 to $24,000 for a good, and I mean a good C5, but maybe you've already got one. So you take it to Brian at Stingray, you put another $16,000 into the car, and you've got yourself one fun, competent, street legal automobile that can be a daily driver, at least in the summertime, or, as we're finding out very quickly here, can become a very, very competent track car. So at the end of the day, we always ask ourselves, do you need a car like this? Maybe. But do you want a car like this? Yes, you do. You want a car like this, but think about the money involved. You've got yourself an American supercar that works better than Corvette made it, and you're doing it all for a reasonable amount of money. Yeah, baby, you want a car just like this.